Hello, welcome back to Wanna Brew. Today I'm making a video to help you guys get 15 wins in the championship challenge. So we have actually been told the maps in advance and I'll read them out now. To start off we've got Gem Grab and the map is Minecart Madness. Then it's Brew Ball on Penalty Kick. Then Heist on Crossroads. Then we've got Siege on Olive Branch. And then Bounty on Heatwave. Now some of these are new maps in the rotation, so there might not be much information out there about which brawlers you should pick, so I'm going to try and help you today. So for the first map, Minecart Madness, this is quite a unique gem grab map because it has the minecart that constantly goes throughout the middle of the map, and if you walk into it obviously you take damage and you can die from it. So the first brawler I'd recommend for this map is Sprout. Even with Sprout's nerf, he is still really effective on this map. He has an insane amount of range and his ability to shoot over walls makes him perfect for this map, especially with the minecart coming through the middle. He can just shoot straight over that, whereas other brawlers can't. I'd recommend using the Overgrowth star power. It's pretty well known that that's the better Sprout star power. If you don't have Sprout though, you could always play Tick. He does a similar kind of job. Tick also has an insane amount of range. So that's the first brawler for this map. And the second one I would recommend Brock or Piper, just because down the middle of the map there's actually quite a long channel, which is really good for these long range brawlers. For Piper I'd recommend using the Ambush star power, just because you can stand in these bushes in the middle of the map and deal extra damage while you're landing your shots. If you're using Brock, I'd use the Incendiary star power, because by leaving behind the pools of fire you can limit and block off where the enemies can go, especially between these gaps near the spawns on either side of the map. He's really good at just holding enemies off with that star power. And my third pick for Minecart Madness would be Jackie, just because Jackie's really strong right now. Her gadget and star power together makes her insanely good. Jackie will be really good at getting up close and applying pressure on the enemy, and she's also pretty tanky too, especially if you're using the Hardy Hard Hat star power. But as a backup you could always use BB instead. BB can do a similar kind of job as Jackie. But don't stress about gem grab too much because it is only the first game mode, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get through this one. Moving on to Brew Ball. So the first brawler for this map is Jackie obviously. She's amazing right now. On this map there's lots of walls as well, which makes her even better. You can use her gadget to make runs with the ball, and she's also pretty tanky, so again use the Hardy Hard Hat star power. Another brawler who's really good on this map is Frank, because he has to stop every time he uses his attack. On open maps he can get killed very easily, but this map's got a lot more cover for him. His super will also just do wonders on this map. Breaking through the fence in front of the goal is going to be so beneficial, giving you an easy access to score your goals. I think both of Frank's star powers are good, but it depends on what other two brawlers you're using on your team. You can use Sponge if you don't have Poco on your team, which leads me on to the next brawler, which obviously is Poco. He's going to be so vital at keeping your teammates alive, and in Brew Ball you want to be alive most of the game to be able to defend your goal and make counter attacks at any moment. For Poco I'd use Da Capo just for that extra healing. And for the third game mode of the championship challenge is Heist on Crossroads. This is a new map and it really favours long range brawlers. I'm just going to say all three brawlers at once. Colt, Brock and Spike are going to be amazing on this map because of their incredible amount of range they have, but also have a good amount of DPS that they can get on the safe. For star powers, for Colt I'd use Magnum Special for the extra range. For Brock, Incendiary, because when you land the hits on the safe, the burn will do so much extra damage. And for Spike, use Fertilize, because let's be honest, Curveball's not going to help you that much. Next up is Siege on Olive Branch. This is also a new map. Once again it's a fairly long range map. There's quite clearly a channel down the middle and to the left and right of the map. So Brock is also going to be really effective on this map. He'll be really good at holding the enemy off to make sure your team picks up all the bolts, and he'll also be amazing at getting damage on the enemy's turret. The Incendiary star power will again help him do this best. My next pick is Sprout with Overgrowth star power. Sprout's just still really good. His range is unbeatable, and his ability with his super to block off entrances means he can stall the enemy robot and it will take longer for it to reach your turret. The last brawler for this map is Penny. Penny's just overall really good in Siege. Her cannon with the balls of fire star power can make it annoying for the enemies to pick up the bolts, but you can also put it in a more offensive position for it to lock onto the enemy turret, and her main attack shots will also go through the enemy's robot and hit anyone behind it, so she's good in that sense as well. The final game mode of Championship Challenge is Bounty on Heatwave, another new map to the game. So the first brawler I would pick for this map is Jackie again. She can really utilise the spring pad on the map and get behind the enemy and cause them trouble. My second pick for this map is probably probably Brock again with his incendiary star power because of the amount of control he has, and he can shoot down some of the main channels of the map. And once again Sprout is on here just because of how useful he is. Using Overgrowth will help hit enemies behind walls a bit more easier and can deal so much damage and be a real nuisance to the other team. So anyway, those were my picks for the championship challenge. You might disagree with me, or you might just prefer to play someone else. That's up to you. I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.